start off by giving our praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadesh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Alright, this is Isaiah 59, verse 19. So should they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy should come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord should lift up a standard against him. Alright, this is a little bit from, like it's Full Spectrum Survival. Only gonna play like a minute. And probably put the link so you can go watch the full video in the description.
Right now that reports are confirming the U.S. government and the White House are considering sending in reserve components of the United States Army and the U.S. Air Force to handle an ongoing and worsening supply shortage problem across the nation. 3 different people working with direct knowledge of the discussion stressed that the White House officials with the White House are exploring whether or not to activate the National Guard to address this mounting problem. If they don't, this warning is coming to you from people who oppose what is happening, who oppose sending in the National Guard. They say if you don't get this figured out, the entire country will fall apart. The individuals involved in the discussion.
And we know when the military is put out, you know, they say supply lines and things like that. But we all know that the military can be used, it might be used to enforce some things too. So we just have to see where they go. Alright.
Ghost Robotics and Sword International have teamed up to create a rifle-toting robot dog. Called the Special Purpose Unmanned Rifle, or SPUR, the system adds a 6.5mm Creedmoor rifle from Sword to one of Ghost Robotics' quadrupedal unmanned ground vehicles, or QUGVs. The SPUR made its debut on the show floor at the Association of the U.S. Army's main annual convention in Washington, D.C., which opened yesterday. Though Ghost Robotics is partnered with a number of other companies to explore defense and security applications, among others, for its QUGVs. This appears to be the first example of one of these unmanned systems with an actual weapon mounted on it. Unarmed examples of the QUGV are notably already in limited use with the U.S. Air Force's 325th Security Forces Squadron at Tyndall Air Force Base in Florida, and are being tested by other units within that service. The exact configuration of the 6.5mm gun inside the SPUR module, how much ammunition it contains, and how hard it might be to reload, are all unclear. Ghost Robotics has said that SPUR can be instructed remotely to chamber the first round from an unloaded state, as well as clear the chamber and safe the gun. In terms of the weapon itself, SARD does offer derivatives of the 5.56x 45mm R15 M16 family, as well as similar, but larger caliber guns, more akin to the Armalite R10 or Knights Armament Company SR25. Those rifles come in calibers such as 7.62 51mm, 6.5mm Creedmoor, 300 Norma Magnum, 338 Lapua Magnum, and 338 Norma Magnum. The weapon used in the SPUR module looks like it could have a sound suppressor fitted to the front end, which could make it more difficult for opponents to determine where the shooting might be coming from. The 6.5mm Creedmoor is not currently in any kind of widespread use by the military or other security forces, either in the United States or elsewhere around the world. However, U.S. Special Operations Command is notably in the process of acquiring light machine guns and rifles in this caliber, ostensibly to fill an intermediate niche in overall performance between existing 5.56 45mm and 7.62 51mm guns, as you can read more about here. Testing has shown that this 6.5mm round actually offers increased range over the various 7.62 51mm cartridges that are available to the U.S. Special Operations community now. Ghost Robotics says that SPUR is capable of precision fire out to 1,200 meters, or nearly 3,940 feet. This unmanned system already features impressive stabilization capabilities simply as a result of its quadrupedal design. As for targeting, the Spur module appears to have its own sighting system on top. In past testing the U.S. Air Force has conducted using unarmed QUGVs, operators have utilized the Android Team Awareness Kit.
Alright, you know, a 50 cal coming on one of them soon. I mean, they coming out with some weapons, man. Alright, this is Isaiah 54 verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith, and blow the coals in the fire, and bring forth an instrument for his works. I have created the waster to destroy. Alright, no weapon that is formed against me shall prosper. Alright, so just letting you know that, you know, all these weapons that they're coming out with, you know, they're not gonna work against the Lord. You know, the Lord gonna make a way out, as we read in Isaiah. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 5 and 6. For thus said the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man does travail with trial. So, a man acting like he pregnant. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and our faces are turned into paleness. So, it just let you know it's going to be something out there. I guess I'll read on a little further. At last, for that day is great, that none is like it, that even in the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. Alright? So, this is just one of them things they're going to have out there during that time.
We're super proud of it. It allows you to separate the bad guys from the good. It's a big deal. But we have something much bigger. Your kids probably have one of these, right? Not quite. Hell of a pilot? No. That skill is all AI. It's flying itself. Its processor can react 100 times faster than a human. The stochastic motion is an anti-sniper feature. Just like any mobile device these days, it has cameras and sensors, and just like your phones and social media apps, it does facial recognition. Inside here is 3 grams of shaped explosive. This is how it works. Did you see that? That little bang is enough to penetrate the skull and destroy the contents. They used to say guns don't kill people. People do. Well, people don't. They get emotional, disobey orders, aim high. Let's watch the weapons make the decisions. Now, trust me, these were all bad guys. Now that is an airstrike of surgical precision. It's one of a range of products. Trained as a team, they can penetrate buildings, cars, trains, evade people, bullets, pretty much any countermeasure. They cannot be stopped.
And with that, Shalom.